right, we're going to go over fact 2. The resurrection and gathering of the elect on earth doesn't happen until after the abomination of desolation and the great tribulation. Today we're going to be looking at Matthew 24, 15 through 31. We're just going to skip a few verses in between for this brevity's sake. All right, so we're going to start, and I'm going to highlight some relevant things, and then we're going to come back and go over what we've talked about. So, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let the one who is in the housetop not go down to take what is left in his house. And let the one who is in the field not turn back to take his cloak. And at last, for women who are pregnant and for those who are nursing infants in those days, pray that your flight may not be in winter or on a Sabbath. For then there will be great tribulation, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now, no, and never will be. And if those days had not been cut short, no human being would be saved. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short. Immediately after the tribulation of those days. What tribulation are we talking about? We're talking about the great tribulation. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then will appear in heaven the sign of the Son of Man. And then all the tribes of earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the earth to the other. So this is talking about the gathering of the elect. This is after the dead in Christ have risen, and this is at Christ's coming, the sign of the Son of Man, coming on the clouds. All right, so let's go over a few facts. Notice the order here. We see the abomination of desolation. Then there will be great tribulation, such as has never been. And if those days, which days? The great tribulation. If those days had not been cut short, no human being would be saved. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of death, a lot of chaos. It says, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short. So if the elect are gone because there was a pre-tribulation rapture, then there's no need for God to cut those days short for the sake of the elect. The elect are still on earth suffering tribulation because they are called to endure to the end. All right, so we have the abomination of desolation, then great tribulation. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, what tribulation? The great tribulation. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, then we see the sign of the Son of Man, and the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven. And he gathers his elect from one side of heaven to the other. So, we have abomination of desolation, great tribulation. After the great tribulation, then we see the Son of Man coming on the clouds to gather his elect. All right. So we already spoke about that those days are cut short for the sake of the elect. So one other thing to point out here is that when they see the sign of the Son of Man, it says all the tribes of the earth will mourn. So this is not a secret rapture, secret resurrection. All the tribes of the earth are going to see Christ coming, just like lightning from the east to the west, which is in these verses we skipped here. You can go back and read them. So all the tribes of the earth will see this and mourn. This is not a secret. And it is not pre-tribulation. In fact, it is after the great tribulation.